Today I've come to the high speed ring of the BRZ STI Sport. Let's see how this car performs. Try it out. Alright, let's see what we got. This car, of course, I think is pretty cool. If you're not aware, I'm a big fan of Subarus. I think they're cool. I actually happen to own one. I have a 2018 Subaru Impreza. So, I think they're cool. I've always basically remember being in Subaru since I was little. I know the first one that I was in was 2005 when my dad got a Forester, and then both my parents ended up getting a Forester the next year, and then a new one, and then my dad got a Legacy, and then another Forester, and then my mom got a Crosstrek, my dad got a Crosstrek, and then my dad got an Impreza, which I ended up getting, and then he ended up getting 2 more Legacies. Also in there, my mom got another Forester, and also my brother had 2 WRX. So we always had Subarus. Always been a fan of them. So to get to drive one like this in a game is always cool. Actually, in 2006, I did a school research project on Subarus. It was brilliant. Best project that was in class, for sure. Nobody had a better project than I did. But I also got to be in the dealership newsletter, and I got a RC Subaru STI from 2006. Still got the box, still got the car. Very, very cool thing. But to this car specifically, the 2018 BRZ. First of all, inside of it looks kind of basic, kind of like the inside of a Subaru would, to be honest. But I mean, the styling of it's brilliant. Of course, the BRZ is a collaboration car. Back when the first one of them came out, you had the Toyota GT86, the Subaru BRZ, and the Scion, whatever it was. It's like FRC or something weird. That may be the wrong name. But either way, there was 3 of them. Of course, Scion does not exist anymore. So, when there was another generation of them, it was Subaru and Toyota continuing with it. But they each kind of had their own little portions of it that they kind of did to make different versions kind of their own. So including Subaru having an STI version, I'm sure there's a GR version of the GT86 or whatever it is now. Then they changed the name of it. I'm sure there's a Gazoo Racing one. That's its own thing. But this car, of course, 203 horsepower. So, it's solid for what it's got. Right now we're going 136 miles an hour through this corner here. I mean, this car is really just handling the turns really, really well. There's like nothing that's indicating. We went up to 139. Nothing really indicating this car wants to spin out or crash or anything in the corners. It's very, very planted in the corner. Of course, Subarus with their low center of gravity with the boxer engine does help. This is the only Subaru that is not all-wheel drive. It's kind of Subaru's thing, is to have their cars all-wheel drive. Anyone in the lineup will be all-wheel drive. Forester, Outback, Crosstrek, Impreza, Ascent, Legacy, whatever the new ugly-ass electric one is. They're all gonna have all-wheel drive. The only one that doesn't is the BRZ, which is 2-wheel drive. I believe it is probably rear-wheel drive. Why would it not be? But the real question is it a proper Subaru, right? That's the question. Is it a proper Subaru carry the STI badge, right? The STI is kind of the pinnacle of the performance of Subaru, right? You have the WRX STI, which was always the performance version of the performance version. The WRX being the performance version of the Impreza up until the past few years, and they separated them, made them their own things. But the WRX was the performance version of the Impreza, and the STI was the performance on top of the performance of the WRX. So, the STI, of course, WRX, STI, rallying is the thing. Dirt, snow. How does the BRZ handle dirt and snow? So we gotta go to a track and find out. First, we're going to Sardinia. Yep, said that right. It's a dirt track. Is this car meant for dirt tracking, though? Let's find out. See how it rallies. Okay. Now, the one thing with the BRZ that's gonna make it a little worse than a normal rally car is the fact that it is not gonna be a all-wheel drive car. That's gonna really hurt it. Of course, rallying used to be with cars that weren't all-wheel drive, but once all-wheel drive cars took over rallying, it was over, and you had to have all-wheel drive to win a rally. And this is the closest we got to rallying here in Gran Turismo. The car is kind of handling it solidly. Only had that one turn where it was like, alright, I'm gonna die. That hill, though, and this just showed a lack of skill by me, not getting out of the gas in time. But that hill, it definitely didn't help it with the landing. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's lower the traction controls. I always drive on traction control 2 in this game. So let's put this car on traction control 2 and see what we can do. That's a big drift. But we kept it together nice and clean. Beautiful. Throw it in the corner. I did not brake nearly enough for that. Alright, let's see here. Whoa, that's a tight little switchback corner there. That's a bit of a problem. Okay. Interesting. Over that bump. Oh my god. Alright, I would say that so far in the dirt, this car has not performed bad. I'd say the driver has really let down the car more than anything. The driver definitely has let down the car. Driving on loose surfaces is not something that I normally do in racing games at all. Driving on loose surfaces is not my thing. I've done a few times that I've tried driving on less than ideal surfaces, and typically it's not a rally track. The dirt games, I've struggled with those. The only time I've done good on dirt was Bristol Dirt in a NASCAR game, which was a complete shit game. So, alright, I've spun it out. You know what we should do? We should see how this car handles the snow now. So let's go to another track. All right, we are here at Lake Louise, and let's see what we can do. The newest track in Gran Turismo. Let's see how the BRZ handles the snow. Solid drift on there. Okay, the driver needs to let out of the gas, though. The driver needs to let out of the gas. Alright, here we go. Up the hill onto the main straight, I guess. Over the start line. Here we go. Let's start our first lap. Our first flying lap. Let's brake now, because I know that getting into this first corner is always a problem with any car. Even with a truck meant for this, and I've lost it. I lost it. I lost the drift. Alright, let off the gas. There we go. Get it corrected. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, here we go. Once again, flying down the straight. And up to 80. 90. Alright, here we go. Up to 100. Drift, 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 drift. I think that this car is struggling a little bit more now that we've gone to the snowy bits of the surfaces. I don't think it's handling the snow the greatest. Again, I could let out of the gas a little bit more, but through here. Okay, we're on the brakes. Don't spin out on me. Alright, back on the power we go. Once again, flying down this straight. Whoa. Car definitely wants to move, change directions on you. Alright, can we properly take this corner this time? Compared to before, I think we can. I think we can. Alright. Alright, the driver got it down. The driver's doing good now on these snowy surfaces with the BRZ. The rear wheel drive snow car. Alright, you notice if you guys are watching the bottom, you can see my input in the gas and the brakes and how we're affecting that. Brake through there, onto the gas. Beautiful section. Oh, yes. All it takes is a little bit of finesse, and you can make this car a snow car. So would I say it's a proper Subaru for rallying? Not necessarily. You know, I think that it's drivable on it, but you're not going to make as much time as if you had a regular Subaru STI. But as a car in general, I love it. I think it's brilliant. It's an amazing car, and I want to drive it all the time now.